Good afternoon, good evening. We're at the top of the hour or just beyond, so I think we can commence. Welcome everybody to the 21st Jonathan B. Postel Service Award Ceremony. My name is James Wood. I'm the communications lead at the Internet Society, and I'm very privileged and honored to be hosting this ceremony today. We're all very excited to be here to honor the remarkable achievements of an inspiring individual who like all Postel recipients before him, and like John Postel himself, spent decades pushing the boundaries to pioneer and promote ways to make the internet affordable, accessible, and relevant to humanity. We have many different parts of the global internet community coming together here today. We're especially grateful to the Minister of Communication and Information Technology of Indonesia, His Excellency Johnny Gerard Plate, for making time in his busy schedule to join us. I'd also like to thank the following groups and individuals for joining us to celebrate yet another distinguished contributor to the technical development of the global internet. They include past Postel Award recipients, leaders of the Internet Society's Jakarta chapter, past and current members of the Internet Society Board of Trustees, including one of the Internet Society's own founders, Vint Cerf, Internet Engineering Task Force leaders, members of the Internet Architecture Board and the Internet Engineering Steering Group, and colleagues and organizations that have been instrumental in supporting the work of this year's recipient, together with representatives from Indonesia's Ministry of ICT. Traditionally, the Postel Award has been presented during IETF, which many of you may well have attended in person. Unfortunately, like so many things in 2020, COVID has forced us to change our plans, and we've had to decouple this ceremony from the official announcement, which will be made next Wednesday, the 18th of November, to coincide with IETF 109. This means that today's celebration is a private celebration, and to maintain the element of surprise, I would kindly ask that you refrain from posting anything on social media for the time being until the announcement is made next week. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you to please have your glasses charged and ready for a celebratory toast to cap off today's ceremony. We will conclude with that. Feel free to grab any drink of your choice, whether this is a tea or a coffee for those starting out their day, or perhaps a nightcap for those who are at the other end of the day and who are almost ready for bed. A few housekeeping rules before we get going. Please do keep your microphones muted if you are not speaking, but do feel free to use the chat function for your comments and your congratulatory messages. We do request all speakers to please stick to your allocated time, as we do have quite a full program ahead for the next 30 minutes. Please note that the ceremony is being recorded and highlights will be available to view later at the Postel Award website, which will be posted in the chat very shortly. So to get proceedings underway and to introduce the Postel Service Award, I'd like to hand over to the Internet Society's Chief Executive Officer, Andrew Sullivan, to say a few words. Andrew.
Did we get there? Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Oh, okay, good. I was having some trouble there. Let me try sharing that again because it doesn't seem to want to share. There we go. So welcome everyone, and thank you for coming. This is, of course, the ceremony for the Jonathan Postel Award. I didn't know John, and yet he has affected my life and career profoundly. He was, of course, one of the most important contributors and the originator of the name of this award. PowerPoint seems to have taken over. So I'm going to stop talking about the background and talk about this year's recipient, Onno Purbo. Dr. Purbo, of course, has been tremendously important in the development of the internet in Indonesia. We see him here with his famous antenna. And since PowerPoint is undoubtedly going to go ahead, I'm going to, without further ado, hand this over to him and allow him to tell us about his experiences. Everyone, please, Onno Purbo.
Wow. That quick?
Onno, if you could perhaps.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm speechless. Thank you very much, ISOC. Thank you very much, Internet Society, for everything here. We have a lot of balloons, a lot of things, and also this crystal ball. So thank you very much to Internet Society. It is an honor to receive the highest and priceless acknowledgement given to Indonesia from the Internet Society. So thank you also to the Ministry of ICT of Indonesia, Pak Joni, also President of Indonesia, Professor Kancana, Professor Jun Murai, Professor Kilnamchon, thank you very much, IDRC, SIDA, Eisenhower Fellowship, Asoka Fellow, ANU Indonesia Program, Mastel, ABJI, ICT Watch, and ICT Volunteer. And also my teachers, Professor Samon Samadikun, Professor Iskandar, Professor Adang, and Professor Curtis Hamler, and David Hack. All must appreciate. To be honest, all start with modified, simple, off-the-shelf gadget and equipment. Using this equipment, one may fulfill the right to access information and knowledge, which is the necessary foundation for any nation to move forward. As you can see in the picture previously, we can use very simple equipment to build the internet. ISOC has acknowledged the approach is maybe one of the right routes towards the internet for all. The job indeed not finished yet. POSTEL Service Award shed light on the way to go for all of us and inspired extraordinary enthusiasm for us to move forward towards knowledge-based society. So may God bless us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ISOC.
Onno, thank you very much indeed for your thoughtful remarks. Congratulations. I'd like to call on a special guest who I mentioned previously, the Indonesian Minister for Communications and Information Technology, Mr. Johnny Gerard Plate, to share a few remarks with us in person. Your Excellency.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the President of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Joko Widodo, I would like to convey his appreciation for the recognitions given to Dr. Onno Purbo. Indonesia is proud and excited to hear that Dr. Purbo is being awarded the esteemed Jonathan B. Postal Service Award. I know Dr. Purbo by reputation, of which he is known for his humility and humorous personality, as well as his outstanding contribution to the technological development of the internet. His contribution to the digital sector is invaluable, physically and virtually, and his award marks what he has achieved and what he is inspired to achieve. Like the Internet Society, Dr. Purbo has been working relentlessly for the last 30 years to connect the people. His initiative of meaningful internet access and community network have instilled the growth of not only affordable, but also accessible internet in various areas across Indonesia. Let us not forget Dr. Purbo's continued commitment to improve digital literacy, as demonstrated through his ever-improving e-learning platform, the so-called e-learning rakyat, or freely translated as the e-learning of the people. The platform has lived up to its name by providing free and useful content on the basic of the internet to educators, students, and others. I'm confident that this award may embolden many others to innovate and follow his steps to overcome the challenges in their communities, especially in improving digitalization. Once again, congratulations, Dr. Onno Purbo. And on behalf of the government and the people of Indonesia, we thank you again for your dedication. Thank you very much.
Minister Plate, thank you very much indeed for your remarks. Also joining us today are past recipients of the POSTEL Award who've worked with Onno on some of his initiatives that you've heard about. I'd like to call on Dave Farber just to say a few words.
Hey, first, congratulations on the award. I wish I could physically be there, but virtually we're there. I wanted to speak a little bit about John. As time goes on, people are going to lose track of who John was, not his results, but as a person. I first met John when I was asked by Jerry Estrin to advise a young student at UCLA on his research. He was doing some stuff on network verification and needed some help. And so I became John's at least co-advisor for his PhD dissertation, where I first met Vince Cerf as a student, if my memory is correct. John was a phenomenal student. His thesis was a landmark in protocol verification. And under normal conditions, John would have gone on and done great things in that area. But he got interested in the internet and the evolution of it, and was one of the founders, as most of you know, of all the mechanisms which we know and love. Let me put in a little personal experience of John just to make him alive, seem real. John took his first trip from California. John was really a typical Californian person. And he arrived in New York in the winter wearing shoes with no socks. And it was snowing. And there arrived John in the winter in New York or Washington with frozen feet. I remember that one very well. John was basically, the best way I could describe John is he was a great guy. He was even-tempered, but persuasive. He was the conscience of the internet. I think that's a very good way of doing it. Besides all the great work he did, he provided a conscience for the internet development. And I think that was a major contribution to it. I could go on for hours, but I only have a few minutes. And so I'd like to congratulate Dr. Kubo for some great work, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do it in person. I live in Tokyo now, so it's not a big trip. So thank you very, very much, and thanks.
Dave, thank you very much. We have now a short video that one of my colleagues off screen will be playing from the rector of the Informatics and Business Institute, Dharmajaya, Onno's current academic home.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tabipun, good day for everyone. My name is Firman Syah Alfian. I am Rector of Institut Dharma Jaya Lampung. In this occasion, I would like to congratulate Mr. Onno Purbo, PhD. He is our distinguished lecturer for the acceptance of the Jonathan B. Postel Award 2020. We realize that he is highly dedicated lecturer in providing the knowledge to students and our colleges, in bringing the nation and country into brighter, especially in internet technology. We also would like to give our best gratitude to the Internet Society for giving this award to our lecturers, Mr. Onno Purbo, who has promoted the use of wireless connectivity and low-cost access technology, especially in rural areas. It has significantly accelerated internet adoption in Indonesia. Furthermore, thank you, and once again, congratulations to Mr. Onno Purbo for your dedication to Indonesian IT development and the worldwide. Moreover, his big contribution in educating the public in adding IT insight has also never stopped. Thank you so much, and greetings from Lampung, Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
A message from Mr. Alfian. Thank you, Mr. Alfian. We have two more speakers, followed by the toast that Andrew will lead at the end of the ceremony. I'd like to turn now to Professor Kanchana Sut to tell us about her experience of working with Onno. Kanchana.
Thank you very much and for inviting me to join this event. I was hoping to join this event in Bangkok because IETF was supposed to be in Bangkok, but because of the coronavirus, we could not schedule anything. So it was very disappointing not to see Onno in live. But nevertheless, I think this remote event has been very nice, and we learned a lot. You know, I really appreciate what the Internet Society has done for this event. So for Onno, I think first of all, I'd like to congratulate you, but I think we've been knowing one another for a long time, and I'm sure you know how I appreciate your work, and I like to tell others a little bit about how we work together. We started to collaborate because of the Jun Murai and Suguru Yamaguchi project on the Asia Internet Infrastructure Initiative. They set up satellite internet project to connect many countries in Southeast Asia. So that's how we got to know one another. At that time, our dreams was to have low-cost internet connectivity for education. But soon, Onno left us. It was a shock to me. Did you know that? Onno suddenly left the group and disappeared. I was very, kind of shocked to me, and I was doubting whether the project could keep going. Nevertheless, we managed, and he left because he wanted to do more for the society than staying in the university. So I think he did the right thing for his circumstances. But for me, I had to stay in the university environment, and did my own way in persuading people to use the internet. So this is how we collaborate, and sometimes I later on, I invited him to come to my institute, AIT in Bangkok, in Thailand. And sometimes I meet up with Indonesian students in my institute who know of him, and they really respect Pak Onno. And I work with his students in my institute, and I realized that these young people learn a lot from Onno, because they're very energetic, they're very creative, and they're full of energy. They're just out to do something for the change. So I think you have inspired a lot of young people, and they push me very hard. I mean, your students. So this is how we never get away from one another, even though we don't write email to one another very often. So I think been so far very happy with what we have done. And lately we've been concentrating our effort on community networks. Many people in this room perhaps know us in that community as well. Okay, congratulations, Onno. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
Chana, thank you very much indeed. Onno has a long history of sharing his skills and know-how with other internet pioneers. I'd like to turn to another POSTEL award recipient now, Kilnam Chon, who's worked alongside Onno in Asia Pacific, to share some of his thoughts. Kilnam.
Congratulations, Onno. I guess we should get together sometime to congratulate. I know him for many years, 30 years or 40 years, ever since he came back to the Indonesia from the doing a PhD in Canada. And since then, in the last 30 years, he's dedicated to the internet service, mostly in Indonesia, but anywhere in the world. It's amazing. So he deserved the Internet POSTEL Internet Service Award. And start from the Research and Education Network back in the 90s. Then he moved to the wireless network and e-learning. And he was so energetic giving a talk. Probably we may ask him how many talks he gave this year or this month. It's just so many. And lastly, this is very important. He is very good in writing. And he wrote about 40 to 50 books. And I was so impressed. And I guess you should, from now on, I guess you should serve not just Indonesia, also the Southeast Asia, Asia, and globally on your, should introduce your those books and give those speeches. And it's remarkable. And so I congratulate you for this Jan POSTEL Award, and we'll get to you sometime. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kilnam, thank you very much. I'd like to thank all of our speakers for their congratulatory remarks, and I think you'll agree that it's been inspiring to hear about the personal journey that Onno has made through all those years of growing the internet in Indonesia and beyond. So now as a final stage in proceedings, I'd like to ask Andrew to lead the toast for Onno. Please have your glasses ready.
So now that my computer is not mangling my ability to speak, I wish to propose a toast to Professor Onno Purbo for his tremendous contributions to the growth of the internet in Indonesia, and for his general good humor and tendency to share his knowledge with so many people around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Pak Onno.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
Pak
you
Onno.
very much.
Congratulations.
Selamat Pak Onno. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Pak Onno, selamat Pak Onno.
Selamat ya Pak Onno, sekali
Thank
lagi
you.
selamat.
Oh, terima kasih Pak.
Saya ditugasi Pak Presiden untuk menyampaikannya. Ini sekali lagi selamat.
Thank you Pak Joni.
Onno.
Thank you. Terima kasih Pak Joni.
Selamat. Kang Onno, selamat Kak.
Pak Joni, terima kasih Pak
Thank
Joni.
you.
Sama-sama semuanya, sama-sama.
Thank you. Thank you Kilnam. Thank you Bu Kancana. Oh,
Thank you for the excuse to start drinking at 7:30 in the morning.
wow.
Very many congratulations, Onno. Well done.
you, James.
That brings us to the end of the ceremony. Congratulations again to you, Onno. Congratulations and many thanks to all of our speakers and for everyone who's made time in their day to attend this virtual POSTEL ceremony, which seems very fitting that we are actually using the internet to present this award. Please watch out for the 22nd POSTEL Award for next year. And don't forget to nominate your favorite internet technical innovator for that award when we get to the process. So thank you once again for everyone for joining today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good evening, and we will see you on the internet next time. Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, everyone. Bless all of us.
Pak Onno,
Thank
sehat
you.
selalu.
Wes, ada Pak Arki.
Selamat Bang.
Pak
Selamat ya,
David
Kak.
Hack, thank you. Yo, thank you.
On, gue ada hadiah.
Wush.
Mas Dani.
Wah, ada juragan-juragan.
On, saya punya hadiah untuk Anda, nanti saya kirim.
Thank you so much.
Ini udah boleh diumumin, Pak?
No,
Belum,
next week.
Ano?
Please do not.
You have
Bu
to
Kancana,
have
thank you.
me.
Kancana, thank you very much.
Yeah, you have to. We redo your ceremony in Bangkok.
Oh, okay. I feel bad. Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
I was hoping for that, and
Yeah,
then
okay. No problem.
Okay, Bangkok and Jakarta.
Yeah, with Professor Chan, with Professor Kirlan Chan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll join.
Jun Murai!
Oh, you were here.
Jun Murai, didn't see you.
Okay, we do it in Bangkok because it was supposed to be in Bangkok.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Ya, Kang Onno, kalau ke Bangkok, ikut dong saya.
Oh.
Nemenin deh bawa koper.
This is my
I
friend
will,
Gildas.
I
He
will
wants to
your
join me.
suitcase porter.
Yes. Okay. We'll
Thank
do
you.
that.
Thank you.
When they open the
Profesor
country.
Yudo,
Huh?
I see you bring
Hello.
bread milk.
Thank you, Professor Finserv. Thank you, Professor Kilnam, Professor Kancana, Professor Jun
Professor
Murai.
Pinserv, thank you very much.
We are really proud that and finally we have Indonesian who got the John Postel Award.
Yay!
Oke.
See you all.
Really phenomenal. Pak Onno Purbo really phenomenal in Indonesia.
Sure.
But his fans mostly men.
Male.
Well,
I have
I'm not.
Kancana as my
I'm
friend.
Not a man.
Okay.
So there's at least one woman from Asia.
Thank you,
Okay,
Kancana.
And tonight, I'm really happy to know Finserv directly, even through the video conference. Hi, Finserv. I'm Gildas. You are one of my
Hero.
role model.
Role model.
Yes. How are you, Vint, after COVID?
I'm very good. In fact, here I am with my red wine, which
Wow.
is
Wow.
make you healthy.
I never forget your wine cellar.
Yes, it's still there, and it still has a lot of wine from Oregon. You know, Steve Hooter. Steve Hooter is a big fan of Oregon Pinot Noirs, and so he and I and our wives spent a week collecting wine in the Willamette Valley last year. I took 20 cases that have been sent into my cellar.
Oh,
So this is such a pleasure.